Hey guys, it's me, Adrian. I'm just here with a short little video on a couple of updates on what's going on. I got some good news and I got some bad news. I'll run through the bad news first, but in saying this, that it's old news. It's not recent. It's about 7 months too late, but I'm just putting it out there because I think it needs to be noted. It needs to be remembered. Sonic Kai has passed away. He died, I think, the beginning of this year, January 2019. He must always be remembered as the first uploader on YouTube who was the first to upload Sonic the Hedgehog music. So I don't know much about him. I don't know much at all. But if you've been on YouTube as long as I have, you'll know that he was one of the first, if not the first, one of the first uploaders who uploaded Sonic the Hedgehog music. So I'm just putting it out there in case a lot of you or some of you are not aware that if you're wondering why he's not putting up any new videos, it's because sadly he's gone. And if you visit the last video that he uploaded, I think it's a Sonic Forces song, you'll see what I'm talking about. So just keep that in mind, that we've lost one of our own. I don't know what happened to him. I didn't know much about him at all, but just letting you know that, Sonic Kai has passed away. I think he passed away in January 2019. Now moving on to all the good news. There's so much going on at the moment with the Mega Drive and the Mega-CD and the Sega-CD and the Genesis and whatnot. I mean, the Analog have just released the Mega-S.G a couple of months back, and now at this current moment they've just released more firmware updates. So you can virtually just play ROMs off an SD card. You don't even need cartridges. So that's good. And then there's an announcement of the Mega-SD flash card that's coming out. That's even better than the Mega EverDrive X7, which is what I've got. This Mega-SD flash card can play your Mega-CD, Sega-CD ROMs, ISO ROMs, through FPGA. So you don't need a disk drive anymore. You don't need these anymore. So that's good. And lastly, I'll get to the main feature of this video. Is I've got these 4 games in front of me because I have just recently I've just put download links up, so you can now download the ROMs of these with the arranged soundtracks that I've put on them. We'll start off with Mortal Kombat. 2 years ago I uploaded a playthrough of Mortal Kombat CD from the Mega-CD, and I demonstrated in the video that all the music tracks are fixed. They now play on the correct stages, like Courtyard plays on Courtyard, Palace Gates plays on Palace Gates, Warrior Shrine on Warrior Shrine, etc. Except for 1 or 2 tracks that can't be fixed because the CD player goes to the same track on 2 different levels. Like for instance, the Courtyard and the Pit share the same track, so I managed to fix it for the Courtyard, but it plays the Courtyard on the Pit. Or if I did it the other way, like it originally was, it would play the Pit on Courtyard. So unless you reprogram and hack the ISO file, you can't fix that. But it's 99% all fixed. I didn't just rearrange them in a new queue. I actually re-recorded them because I don't know if you've noticed, but they're actually a bit distorted on the original disc, which is what I got here. They're a bit distorted, so I actually re-recorded them and rearranged them myself, and I made it so the music when the credits are scrolling at the end, when you see the Pit, I made it so the music doesn't fade out too soon. Anyway, you can now download that ROM. I've now got it up. I've got my own Mega account. I'll put the links in this video. I just want to get it out there that you can now download the new queued file. It's got tracks 1 to 24, starting with, of course, the ISO file. The file has always got to be track 1. Just whatever you do, when you download the folder, you can download it as a zip folder or whatever you like, but don't rearrange the tracks. Keep it from 1 to 24. I made it like that so it's simple, because as soon as you put one of the tracks in a different order, it will stuff it up, and you'll get the wrong music on the wrong stages, and you don't want that. So just download it as it is. If you're going to play it on an emulator, you'll have to queue the entire folder yourself. I'm going to let you do that. I'm not going to do everything for you. But the folder's all there. It'll definitely work. You can, if you're like me, if you want to burn it to a new CDR and try it, then by all means go ahead and try it. It'll work. Just remember to keep the MP3 tracks 1 to 24, starting with the ISO ROM. And I'm also going to point out that it is the European PAL ISO ROM that is in the folder when you go to the download link. So if you want to play it on a North American Sega-CD, you're going to have to swap out track 1 and download the Sega-CD North American Mortal Kombat ISO track 1. Otherwise it won't boot. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. And the reason why I got 2 of them here is because someone accused me of not owning the original game. So I'm going to point out that I do own the original game. I showed you the disc before. See, that's from the shop. That's retail 1. And then I've got, I can't do it with one hand. Yeah, if I open the other side, we've got the burnt one. So that's what's good about Mega-CD games over here. They came in the double CD cases, but we always got, even though you only got one game disc in there, they gave you these double cases. So it's good for us because I can just burn a copied one in the second case. And even though that one's a burnt one, the one that's in the second one there, that's exactly the same as the retail one. This one's the one that's got all the fixed music tracks playing in the right order. So it's labelled, see, music fixed version, yeah. So they definitely work, and it will work in an emulator, but you have to download the Sega Q Maker and create a Q file to whack it all into one file. Otherwise, you won't get the music. And I've got these other 2 here because I've also put download links to these. Robo Aleste, I've went and customized my own soundtrack with this game. I wasn't happy with the original cheesy dance electronic music, so I personally changed all that and put FM Mega Drive music in it. It's just all Megaman and Super Metroid songs done in the style of your traditional SMPS 68K sound. But it's really good, and one of the tracks I actually redone completely myself. I think it's one of the intro ones before, it's like before one of the stage starts. So that's been completely redone, one of them, and you've got all these awesome, rock and metal FM tracks instead of the cheesy electronic dance music of the original. If you want to go ahead and check that out, you can download that. But again, it's when you go to the download link and you see this folder, just keep in mind it's also a PAL European ISO ROM for track 1. So you'll have to download the North American version ISO ROM and put that, and swap out track 1 and put that there if you want it to play on a North American system. And then lastly, we've got Sonic the Hedgehog for the Mega-CD. It's supposed to be called Sonic 1 CD Remake because what it is, it's just a stand-up Sonic the Hedgehog 1 just ported to the Mega-CD with CD, CD-DA soundtrack of the original music. But again, I went ahead and changed that. I thought, well, why do that? I thought, I'm going to stuff it. I'm just going to put my own CD-DA soundtrack in there. So that's what I've done. It's just mostly all music by Carl Brueggemann. Mostly. There is some other tracks in there of from other people, and I even did 1 or 2 tracks myself, or helped work on them. And yeah, so it's just stand-up FM music, but recorded FM on CD. But it's more enhanced, so you'll hear like more reverb and brass hi-hats and things like that that you wouldn't get on the Mega Drive through the Yamaha 2612 or 3438. So it's an enhanced FM soundtrack, but it's still utilizing that traditional SMPS sound. So yeah, there's download links. I'm going to put the download links of these in there. You can go for your life and check them out. You might not be happy with it, but you know, at least it's free. And yeah, so this is all new to me. I've never downloaded and uploaded these kind of things, folders for you guys to check out and download. But you're welcome to give them a try. I'd say Mortal Kombat is the dead ringer. That's the one that's going to be the hit. I don't know about the other two, but you can try them out. Just remember, when you go to the download link, do not mix the MP3 tracks up. Keep them as they are, because once you change them, the music is not going to play in the correct order. And if that happens, I'm not going to be responsible. Alright, so I'll stop it there. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll hope to get some more videos up soon. Catch you later, guys. Bye.